Hey, how's it going, Elizabeth and James? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. We are a local online marketing and SEO company here local to the Springs. I understand that Taylor reached out to you and asked if you were maybe curious about SEO work and any website work as well. And so I wanted to tackle this video analysis for you and go over exactly what I can see as a search marketer in terms of your actual SEO and do some analysis in terms of that end and see kind of what kind of keywords you currently rank for, what we need to do to get you ranked higher, as well as how we'd go about doing that and anything else that I could find from what I can see in this video. So I'll shoot from the hip, and we'll see how this goes, okay? So without further ado, let me go and get started. The first thing I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a site and see kind of where you're at right now and why you're at where you're at. So specifically, what I can see is that there has been some SEO work done in the past. The reason being is you're not just straight flatlining in terms of your referring domains. You see big jumps in November of 2015, up and down, up and down. So there's been some SEO work done, and that's why you're getting traffic to your site. What we need to do is we really need to step it up and take it to the next level, because if the SEO work was done consistently, you would see this as a clean, like, referring domains going up like that, because you always want to be building out your backlinks and making sure that you're getting more authority to your site, and then that's going to continue to rank you higher. Now, in case you didn't know what a referring domain is and what I just discussed, let me go ahead and briefly discuss that. So basically, the reason why this part right here, and this is the first thing that I tackle, is because this is a huge integral part of Google's current algorithm in determining how highly you rank for the keyword you want to rank for, as well as how quickly you get there once you have the authority established on your site. And so a referring domain is basically any website out there on the internet that links back to your website by a hyperlink. So what I mean by that is, if, for example, there's a blog out there that's called the paralegalblog.com, and they mention you in a new blog post, and they say, hey, if you're looking for the best criminal defense attorney in Colorado Springs, check out jamesnewbylaw.com. Right? And so then if someone clicked on that link, it would direct them to your site. And so just in the fact that that website is talking about your site and linking back to your site is actually giving your website credit. And effectively what Google does is Google crawls through the hundreds of millions of websites that are out there on the internet, and they constantly look for these links where one website is linking to another website. And so every single time your website gets linked from another website, you get credit for that. And in Google's eyes, you're building more authority and trust to your site, because basically these websites are like, hey, check out this link, hey, check out this practice, hey, check out this business, click here, right? And so in Google's eyes, it's like the more these kinds of websites are talking about your site, the more in Google's eyes they're like, hey, this is a trustworthy website, this is an authoritative website that other websites are bringing up. It makes sense that this website should rank higher than the other websites that aren't getting as much credit, that aren't getting discussed as much. And so that's what we need to do. And because we're local here in the Springs, in terms of our methodology, we have a lot of push and pull in this area where we work with like local bloggers, local newspapers, and PR firms and things like that, as well as directories, where we can get them to kind of talk about your site and then continue to build the authority constantly month over month over month, and consistently build the authority to your site so you continue to rank higher and higher and higher over time, and get you on that coveted first page, and hopefully the front and center and the top of the top 3 positions for the keywords we want to go after. All right. Now, this isn't everything in SEO, but I don't want to get into every single technical thing, because I wouldn't be able to do it even in a 30-minute video, and there's no need for you to know everything that we do, right? But this is part of an important part of it, and I just want to at least address that. All right. The next thing I did was I hopped over to your organic keywords tab. This allows search marketers like myself to look at the actual like rankings of the keywords that you currently rank for, as well as some of the metrics behind those keywords. So you can see right off the bat, DUI attorney Colorado Springs, great job on the 5th spot. So not the front and center, but this is a fantastic job that your SEO, or whoever was doing the SEO job, was getting you on the 5th spot. So that's good. We just need to continue to do the SEO and take it up a notch so that you start getting on the top of the first page, not as well beyond like the middle of the first page. So DUI lawyer Colorado Springs, another great one. 5th spot, James Newby, 4th spot. This one is a very important keyword that we want to rank for, because people might have heard of your name and the business through the grapevine, whether it's like referral, word of mouth, any local marketing that you're doing, like direct mail, radio, print, or like TV or whatever. But if someone types in James Newby and you're on the position, someone might click on the first 3 and think that it's your website and crawl through that for the next 5-10 minutes, only to realize it's not the right website, and they might get frustrated and you might lose business that way. So want to make sure that you are front and center. That's probably one of my main goals right off the bat. Criminal attorney, Colorado Springs, 4th spot. Criminal defense attorney, Colorado Springs, 5th spot. So we're actually in a really, really good position. The reason I say that is because you are currently on the middle to the bottom of the first page for a lot of these keywords, which means that that you're getting a lot of credit for these keywords already. Now it just means that we just have to take our SEO to the next level, and our SEO efforts is just going to go that much further because majority of people are hanging out on the first page, and as soon as you move up just one position on the first page, you get that much more, a huge influx of traffic, as opposed to if you were starting from scratch, when we take you from like the 10th page to the 2nd page, you're not going to see as much result, even though we moved you up 90 positions. So it just means that you're in a really good spot. We just really need to take it to the next level and really get you to that coveted front and center for all the various keywords we want to go after. All right. So you can always pause this video to see kind of where you're ranking for, and kind of look at the metrics behind it. But what I would do in terms of if we're to bring you on as a client, the first thing I would do is kind of look at the metrics behind these keywords, which pages are currently ranking for those keywords, and see which ones that we need to focus on, and then really just work on the on-page SEO, the off-page SEO, to make sure that it has all the elements that Google's looking for, because there's good ways to do SEO and there's bad ways to do SEO. And even good SEO tactics that worked, even a year ago, even 6 months ago, might not work today. And we're constantly, I SEO day in, day out, and so very familiar with the process, and we know exactly what Google's looking for and what Google's not looking for, and so we just know what works. And that actually is probably a good segue for me to kind of talk about us as an online marketing firm. We've been in business for the last about 2.5, 3 years, and we have been doing a fantastic job of being able to grow our presence and be able to provide results for our clients. So just because of the nature of the dichotomy between us as marketers and you as a client, we understand that we have to bring you results. Otherwise, there's no point in you continuing to work with us, because we're not providing you results, and your marketing efforts and your marketing dollars are just going on the wayside. And so the fact that we have constant referrals, we're continuing to grow, and we're continuing to expand and things like that, just is kind of a testament to show that we're a thriving business. If we weren't able to bring results, we would not be in business. And the fact that we're growing instead and we're thriving just shows you that we are able to bring results for our clients, and clients are very happy with our work. And so that's why I'm sitting here doing this video analysis and very confident in the fact that we can provide you the similar kind of results as we have done for our previous clients, and very confident in what we can do for you as well. All right, so the last thing I want to do is actually go over your site and see what I can see. I really like this image right here because it's like a trust factor, just because of the fact that there's a lot of face-to-face contact, because of the nature of legal advice and things like that. People want to see a face behind this James Newby Law LLC, attorney law. And so the fact you have that front and center is fantastic. You have an awards right here. The people, you got awards and badges right here. You got reviews. Everything is, all those hidden checkpoints, there check marks that people are looking for when they visit a website is on here. What I would recommend is this actually be a click to call, so when people are on their phone, they don't have to sit there and tag and drag and copy and paste, especially for like the older folks that aren't as savvy on their smartphones. We just want to make it simple, so then when someone taps on that number, it'll direct them directly to the dial pad, and they just have to hit call, right? So you want to do that. The contact, I would recommend that you have a simple contact form, like something like this, even that kind of gets layered in your homepage, because most of the traffic that you're getting is on the homepage. And so what we need to do is we want to make sure that people don't get lost in the translation between getting from the homepage to the contact, because you do lose people. And we want to make sure that it's like right here where it says, hey, schedule free consultation here, and then you'll click on that and get to the contact page. Or even better is actually like the physical form right here. So it'll be like name, email, number, comment, and then submission right across, or even like kind of layered in right here. That way people can just fill out the form right there and then be good to go. Let's see where this learn more goes to, because this is your call to action, right? This is where you want them to click. And so now, so this is good because you're still getting them to the About Us page, and then you still have the free case evaluation at the bottom. But I would recommend that I would have two call to action. So you have the learn more, right? So you learn more about who you are, and you have the contact form at the bottom. The second call out that I would have is like somewhere right here. It's like schedule your free consultation today, you know, and that really, if people aren't necessarily looking to learn more about you, and they're just looking to straight up, they just like what they see right off the bat, and they just want to quickly reach out to someone, you want to make sure that they can be directed to that. Right, and so because our goal is to make sure that we direct the people. Now you're being found for these keywords. We want to make sure we direct them and actually get them to take an action of scheduling an appointment with you, calling you, evaluation, and things like that, and actually setting up the case with you. Right. So I'll wrap it up here. I hope at the very least you guys got some insight out of this. Would love to talk to you further about how we could help. If you have any questions about this video, I'm more than happy to answer those questions. And yeah. Hope you have a great rest of your day and week, and like I said, look forward to talking to you soon, okay? Thank you.